Hello, dear friend. Hello, dear friends, and welcome to Alatra TV Ireland. This is the Creative Society Project, a global project of Alatra International Public Movement, and we continue talking with interesting people about a creative society where everyone feels safe and lives fulfilled life. My name is Alina, and I am happy to host this live broadcast with Dr. Annika Sorensen, who was our special guest previously. You can see her interview on our channel. Hello, dear Dr. Annika, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you. It's so nice to be here again.
Thank you so much. And we are very happy and grateful that Dr. Annika invited her friends to join our conversation, continuing the chain of ongoing meetings. And our pleasure and honor to introduce Anna Nordengren, consultant, coach, and entrepreneur from Sweden. Welcome to our show, Diana.
Thank you very much. I'm so honored to be here. And thank you very much, Annika, for inviting me.
Well, you are the perfect person to come here.
Thank you.
I think I'll just tell people how we connected so that they know what the connection is and how things can happen in the world, in the small world and in the big world. And I think it is about a year and a half or maybe 2 years ago that we met first time.
I think it was in September last year, so a little bit more than a year.
It's that short, yeah. It was in at a meeting with, I have to read, Business and Professional Women. It's an international women's group in all over the world, and there is a chapter in Malmö where Anna is living, and I live 15 minutes away in another town. And it was my first meeting with this group, and Anna was there, and we ended up at the same table and started talking and found that we had similar ideas of how things work in life. And we decided to meet again at the next meeting that this group organized. So we had a much longer talk, and then we started we could call it a cooperation, because we have the same interest and we have the same people that we want to reach in the world. And we have done online things together, and we are now also in projects that are global together, trying to make this world a better place globally, not only locally. And I find it so interesting, and so I'm so happy for having someone that actually is close to me and understands all this, because I have a lot of friends far away. but I love to have friends close that I actually can meet in real life when we are allowed to meet in real life again. So I think that's the background.
Yes.
And I think Anna is the perfect guest for this project, helping the world.
Yeah.
I think that's about it.
Yes, I think it's beautiful how sort of coincidence can bring people together, because I was not supposed to go to that meeting. I never heard about this BPW before, but just the same day, a friend of mine wrote me and said, "Oh, there is this meeting, you should go there," because I was at that point thinking about starting my business. So I went there, although it said it should be speed dating, and I thought, oh my God, that's not my cup of tea. But there I met Annika, and immediately I think we found that we had the same perspective on what's wrong with many parts of work life today, and also how we can change it, and we wanted to be part of changing it. And then also another coincidence, I think, this thing with the corona, it came bad timing, but in a way it was also a good timing, because that opened up opportunities to meet online and to connect with people in other parts of the world. And there I'm very grateful, because Annika really introduced me to people and introduced me to you, Alina, and to the Creative Society. So I'm very grateful for your friendship and company, Annika.
Thank you. It's mutual.
Thank you.
And would you tell us a little bit more about what you do and about your family, maybe?
Yes.
Or personal parts?
Yes. Well, I live in Malmö, as I think you mentioned, in the very south of Sweden. Here I live with my 3 kids. They are now teenagers. And as I said, it's almost a year ago, I started my own business as a business consultant and coach. Before that, I worked mostly in marketing, also managing people. And that's where I've found that the sort of business life or the life within companies became increasingly harsh. But people are stressed, they don't feel good. And also then the performance is worse. So that's sort of why I came to the idea that I wanted to take my experience and do something else. So that's the background to me starting the business as a business consultant and business and life coach.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Anna, our designers prepared the collage for you.
Oh my God.
Let's see it on the screen. Yeah, here is it. Could you please comment on it so we can learn even more about you?
Yes. Well, then I think I start with a kind of yoga picture, because if we look in time, that's the first picture. And actually, yoga has been a very important part of my life. I started yoga when I was expecting my first child, so that's 19 years ago. But it became increasingly important when I had a really rough time in my life, some 10 years ago. And then I started to do more yoga. And also this picture is taken from where I used to live. I used to live just by the sea here in Malmö. So for me, yoga is very much part of me wanting to be part of changing the world, of doing my bit in changing the world, because yoga is so much more than just a physical asanas or the exercises. For me, it's about personal development and the way of looking at the human beings. And then we have the group picture with all these lovely people. I hope some of them will be watching this. It's from my when I had my diploma as a coach. These are absolutely amazing people, every one of them. The training was held by 2 wonderful people, Maria and Per. And for me, it was such a, I'm so happy I took the step to train as a coach. And this was, I think, in March this year. And then Feel Pink by Anna, I see you found. I very much appreciate that. It was, I had this urge to share with the world that we can, by working on ourselves, to be healthier, to feel better about ourselves, then we are also able to influence people around us. So I started this, it started out as a blog, but now it's more of an Instagram account. It's my Feel Pink by Anna. So I want people to feel more pink in their lives. And and then we have this, this just the portrait of mine taken by a wonderful photographer here in Malmö for the launch of my business, actually. So thank you very much for picking these pictures.
Thank you. It's very interesting.
Yeah, yeah, it's very, very nice. And I see that you are what you would call a startup still.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
I would love to hear a little bit of how do you see yourself in like 5 years or even further on where are you in 5 years?
Well, in 5 years, I have definitely published my first book. I haven't started writing it yet, but I hope I will have the time to sort of summon all the thoughts and ideas I have to share it. And I haven't quite decided whether it will be sort of a business book or more of a personal development, because for me they are interacting. I cannot really tell them apart. And I think I am, well, I have a picture of myself living in Bali, actually, because it's a place I really love, and it has a special place in my heart. And I sit there and I write my books, and I have these online conversations with beautiful people all over the world. And also, I hope by then we will have the opportunity to travel. So I like to inspire and support people to find the better versions of themselves, to live more happy and fulfilling lives. That's kind of my picture of myself in 5 years.
Thank you. And you actually mentioned something that's kind of funny in a way, Bali.
Yeah.
Because you have been there taking a course to grow, and I have been in Bali for a week to take a course in speaking.
Yeah.
Some years ago.
It is where you met Lilvan, right, Dr. Annika? Lilvan,
yes, that's where I met the lady who invited me into this project.
It's so funny. It must be something with Bali.
and I mean, it's on the other side of the globe. I've only been there once, and then comes someone that I get to know here from the next door town, so to speak. And she has done the same thing, going to the other side of the world, finding what she needs for her heart project.
Yes.
So I like that.
Yeah, and also I didn't know about you that you had been to Bali before I saw this broadcast, because there I had heard you mentioning it. So it's so funny how things just coincide, I think.
And how global we really are.
Yeah. My reason for going to Bali was I was there for a yoga teacher training. So I am a certified yoga teacher, but I don't practice yoga like that. For me, it's about the personal development, their inner journey of feeling better, feeling good about myself, and being able to share. That's what yoga is about for me.
Wow, that's brilliant. And Anna, we know you are a very active person. You inspire many people to take responsibility for their lives, to do something good that bring joy to them, that benefits other people. And of course, every person has huge potential and can do a lot. But why do you think many people still prefer to stand idle, even though they feel not happy, but they do not try to change it? In your opinion, what are the roots of self-doubt? And what can help a person to step over it and start living a fulfilled life?
That's a very interesting question. I think we're so sort of stuck in this picture of how life should be and how we are supposed to lead our lives, and everybody is supposed to have the same kind of life, although we're not happy with it. So I think most people, or I should not say most people, but many people, they don't even see the opportunity that they could live their lives in a different way. And also, perhaps you can look around and you see that you are not happy with the world as it looks today, but you feel that you cannot do anything about it. And I think that's where I want to inspire people to see what you actually can do. You can influence how you live your life, and find practices that makes you happy and calm and not so stressed. Because when you do that, then you actually can change the world. Because then when you meet someone, it's easier to be kind to someone. You have the patience to listen to other people, and then it's just like it's a spreading. So it's not that difficult. You just start by being kind to yourself. That's where it has to start. And I think it's, yeah, I feel the urge to share this, that everybody has this strength inside, and it's not that difficult. You just start to sort of shift your mind.
Yeah, takes maybe some baby steps, right?
Yes.
Start acting. And you will never know. Life is so unpredictable. Maybe tomorrow you will be on Bali and you will meet different people and you will make friends with them. It's just so amazing.
Yes. And for me, actually, yoga was this first baby step, because I went to yoga just to sort of for exercise. But then after a while, I found out how it calmed my mind, how I became more mindful and more heart-centered. And it was easier for me to be kind to myself. And then all of a sudden, I mean, the perspective on the world just changes.
Have you heard of the concept of paying it forward?
Yes, I have. Yes.
What do you think about that?
Yes. Well, yeah, I think I understand it a bit like that. If you give some kindness to someone, that person sort of almost cannot help but paying it forward or giving. I mean, if I smile to you, you will smile to the next person you meet. But if I frown at you, you will frown at the next person you meet.
Yeah, but I was thinking more of the thing that you help somebody and you don't have to expect them to help you back, but they will help someone else, so that we are not in. We don't owe people back.
Yeah. I like that very much. That the way of looking at it. Since I am kind of in this yoga framework, I tend to talk about karma. But you bring good karma into the world, and you never know where it shows up.
Yeah, it's the same but different. I would say.
Yeah, it often is.
Yeah.
Nice. We also looked through your Facebook and Instagram page, and we liked a lot what you are sharing with people, spreading the love and good advices. And what I have noticed that in your posts, you tend to raise such a topic as the importance of having a goal in life.
Yeah.
And indeed, it is so significantly for all of us. It motivates us to develop, to grow, to move forward, to act. And the question for you is, like we know, it definitely works for individuals. And Anna, do you think the same approach could work for society as a whole? Would it work for society? It's very interesting to know your opinion. What stops us as a society reaching what we want from building the world we all could be proud of, without blaming all the time politicians or the system or whatever. How can we change our mindset as a society?
Yes, I think it's interesting that you mention goal setting. And as you said, it's very important for me. I'm a very goal-oriented person. And I think in order to set a motivating goal for yourself, you need to have sort of a vision or something that you really, a dream. And I think that goes for society too, that we have to be able to picture a clear vision of what it is, or a dream, or what we want, what we choose to call it. And I think the challenge there is to, I think most people share the same dream of the world, but everybody thinks that everybody else has a different view on it. So I think what you are doing is so important, just bringing up the topic that actually on the inside, whether we live in, I don't know, in Sweden or Australia or Japan or wherever, we're just sharing this human search for what, love or compassion, and but yet we seem to be we have fear for other people or fear for differences. So I think we just have to communicate and get the message across that we actually share so much as humans. And then when we have this vision, and we can share a vision, then also we can set a goal that in, I don't know, in 5 years we could be there, or in 10 years we will be there. And also I think, like it is with goals, you set a goal and you start to move towards your goal, but you never know exactly where it will end. But as long as you have a goal, you are moving in the right direction. Was it an answer to your question, Anders?
Absolutely agree, 100.
Are you involving your kids in your way of thinking or living or whatever? Yeah, of course you are in a way, but are you actively?
Yes, I think we have great discussions, I say. I mean, since they are teenagers and they are, I mean, I brought them up to question things, and so they do. They question sort of everything about me, what I do or what I say. But I think, although they are questioning me, I can feel that they have this, this feeling, or where the values, they share my values of how to meet other people. And but I know that they think that sometimes I'm too fluffy and and that I shouldn't, that I'm perhaps too naive about always seeing the good in people and like that. But we talk about it a lot, and when we have discussions, this tends to come up, values and what is important in life. And since this is what I do every day, this is my job now. It's present all the time. So yes, perhaps you should ask them.
Yeah, well, kids usually always think that their mothers are too much.
Yeah. I mean, they are so ashamed that I'm here on. Mothers should not be on screen.
They will be proud later.
Yeah,
I promise.
I hope so.
And Anna, how do you see, what is true happiness for you?
True happiness?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think we can be very frustrated if we try to seek it everywhere and always. And I'm no better than anybody else in that regard. I also seek happiness and want to be happy. But what I find, I think it is when I can feel kind of balance inside, and when my mind is not just blurring with worry and things that I have to do. So I think, yeah, for me, yeah, it's something on the inside. I can experience happiness when I walk in the park, or in meditation, or just spending time with people I really care about. That brings me happiness.
It's internal state rather than something.
And I try to remind myself it's not something that comes by itself. I try to remind myself every morning by doing this gratitude practice. I name 3 things in my life that I'm grateful for right now, and that keeps, or it makes it easier for me to stay in this state of happiness in spite of everything else going around in the world.
Okay, thank you. So I think it's a perfect time to ask you our traditional question. That question, many people around the globe, millions of people. And it's very interesting how people answer it, so that allows us to have a full picture of our common happy future. So, please, Anna, can you share your vision of society where you, your family, your friends, and everyone on earth would live happily?
I think it is a world where we are more aware or conscious. We are not just living without thinking about what we are doing. Because I think when people become more awake or aware, they will start to realize that everybody benefits from being kind to each other, because it feels good inside me. When I'm kind to someone, it feels good, but it also feels good for the other person. So my vision is that I think it has to be something individual. The individuals must have their awareness that a better world starts with you or with me. And if we all, it will be contagious, just like the virus now spreading through the world, because once we start, it will just spread. And I think that's the way it has to go from the inside. It cannot be decided from the outside that now we have to have this society. It has to come from the inside.
Yeah, absolutely. And first we need to voice what we really want, to understand for ourselves what do we want from our life, right? Brings us back to the topic of having goals.
Yes. I think it's important to have goals. Some people think it's something bad, that it means that you are not happy with your life. But for me, having a goal helps me navigate what to do today. If I don't have a goal, I don't know what I should be doing today. I mean, I'm here because I have a goal. I want to make a difference in the world. And obviously, Annika picked that up. Anna wants to share her message with the world, and that's why I'm here. So it's a step on my journey towards my goal.
Yeah, they say, think globally, act locally.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, great. Yeah. So I would tell you a little bit more about the article that came out in May of this year on our website, allatrynights.com. It is called Foundations and Stages for Building the Creative Society. So just want to give a brief explanation of how these foundations were formed. Whilst undertaking millions of social interviews and conducting interviews with different people, participants of ALLATRA International Public Movement asked people from all over the world, what world would you like to live in? And we find out that all people, regardless of their nationality, religion, social status, and so on, have very similar vision of it. So the responses of such a world, such a society, were reflected in these 8 foundations. And dear friends, you can find the 8 foundations on our website, allatraunites.com. And today we would really like to discuss one of these 8 foundations with you, Anna. I know you have already read them and told us that the foundation number 2 draws you the most, and we are going to see it now on the screen. Foundation number 2, called Human Freedom. Could you read it out for us, please, maybe? And then we can discuss. Oh, Dr. Annika, maybe you.
Yes. Shall I read it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Every human is born with the right to be a human being. All people are born free and equal. Everyone has the right to choose. There can be no one and nothing on earth above a human, his freedom and rights. The implementation of human rights and freedom must not violate the rights and freedom of others.
Thank you so much. So Anna, what is true freedom for you, and how important is it for all people to have this right to be free and to be treated as equal, not just on paper, but in reality?
Yes, I think freedom is so important. I mean, it's very important for me personally to feel freedom. And I think freedom is also about being able to live the life you choose. I mean, we are all unique. We are all different, but we are equal. I mean, although we are so different, we have the same need to express ourselves. And I think it's so important that everybody, I mean, no matter your age, your sex, your nationality, or whatever, that you are able to choose yourself a life that is suitable for you, and no one else should be allowed to tell you that you have to do this or you have to do that. And freedom, I think it's also about to have enough. I mean, you must be able to provide for yourself and for your family, and that's also about freedom, because if you can't, you are not free. So I think it's a challenging question to sort of secure freedom for everybody, but I think it has to be a guiding light. Sort of, yeah. So for me, it's very important with freedom.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So what can we do in our daily life to make the world a better place right already now? What can people do? Something that's just basic things for now.
I guess you're asking me.
Yes, I'm asking you.
Well, I think I think people must be somehow motivated, and that they see that they can make a difference. But once they see that, they can be really, really small things. Just choosing one thing, for example, every morning, that today I will smile at everybody I meet, or today I will be kind to everybody, or today I will not so easily be angry with people, or today just sort of set an intention every morning. Just challenge yourself to do one little thing, and then I think you will feel better yourself, and you will inspire other people. And don't. Sometimes I feel people feel, and me too, we feel ashamed to talk about these things because it's not cool to be kind, and it's not so cool to be helping people and talking about these things. But yeah, what the heck? I mean, I think we are here on Earth together, and the least we can do is to make it as comfortable as possible for each other. And by being kind, that's one so important thing. And then I mean being kind, not just on the surface. I mean really, trying to understand other people and listen to other people.
What I hear is you talk about mindset.
Yes. I think that's where it starts. It has to start. It cannot be like a political, I don't know, agenda or something. It has to be a shift in mindset.
Yeah, and I believe media plays a huge role in this. If you would hear from TV, from radio, if we would read in newspapers, good examples, if the topics of kindness, morality, humanity were raised in media, I think that would change our world very quickly, because it would motivate people for good deeds.
Yes, and also just to show good examples and all the good things that are actually happening in our world. I mean, when something happens, it seems like media really tries really hard to find the negative angle of it. But I mean, there are so many different ways to tell a story. So yeah, absolutely, media is very important.
Yeah, and bad stories sell, and good stories don't sell.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's the driving force for that
part. Yes. And that's a really interesting question, why it is like that. Why is it that people rather buy and pay for bad news than for the good news?
It's a brain thing. It's built in. It's built in to begin with. So we have to tackle it from the sense that we actually know that's how we function, whether we want or not.
Yes. Now we are touching on another subject that I'm very fond of too, that now when we learn how our brains are actually functioning, I think we have greater possibilities to find ways to create a better society, because we understand why do we react like this and that. I actually work quite a lot with that when I work with businesses, how to create environment where brain-friendly environments where people's minds or brains can function.
Yeah, and I think what we are shown on TV, it depends on us ourselves also, because it's we who consume such products. It's we pay attention to bad news, to bad things, but if we would concentrate more on positive things, on something good, the media would not have a chance just to show us more good examples.
Yes, I think you're absolutely right. I hardly watch TV or any media at all, because I just get sad and angry, so I just skip it.
Anna, thank you so much. We would like to ask you, who would you like to meet and how we talk about creative society in one of our next broadcasts? Somebody you know personally, maybe with whom you have emotional respect, so we continue a chain of these meetings with interesting people. if you're not ready to name that person, maybe you can tell us later. But
yes, I actually have a person in mind, but I would like to ask him first, so I don't say his name here and then he feels, no, I don't wanna. So I will ask him and then I will get back to you.
thank you so much.
Okay. And what would your final words to the audience be? Some words to send them off with for a good day.
Well, for a start, be kind to yourself, because when you're kind to yourself, it will be so much easier to be kind to everybody else. But be kind to yourself. We're not very kind to ourselves. Speak nice words, loving, kind words to yourself, because you're worth it.
That's great. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing with us your experience and your ideas. It just was so inspiring. And thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, dear Dr. Annika, for co-hosting with me. It was a wonderful experience as well. And I'll be very happy to see you again on our broadcast.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, and see you soon.
Every day, we share a great amount of information. This information forms our reality. Is this the way we wish to live? We need change. The change starts with us, with the information we share. Consumerist society leads us to death. We need a new vector of life, a creative society. It is up to you and me to build a creative society worldwide, where human life is the main value. Development of humanity is the main aim. Human safety is the main priority. Is it possible to build a creative society now? Yes. All we need to do is unite in one common idea, a creative society. People around the world are already acting to share the idea of creative society with the whole world to make it a reality. Learn how on the unique international online conference, Creative Society, United We Can, December 20th, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, live on Alatra TV. You are the one who can change the future.